shot. Come on. Yeah!
Needs it.
All right, folks. Practice is underway here for the Stepladder Finals. Opening match will be Jasmine Ware taking on Jackie Evans.
Things are going to start behaving a little differently.
Jason Thomas here bringing you the coverage and just making a few little adjustments. Hear dog barking in the background, you know, it's usual stuff that happens here at PWBA Regionals. We mentioned the finalist for the Stepladder here, Jackie Evans. She has won a PWBA regional title in the past, so a little bit of experience advantage in her favor.
First match here underway. It looks like Miss Jacqueline Evans is going to start us off. Please give these ladies a huge round of applause as they compete for the PWBA Greater Dallas title.
All right, here we go. Jasmine Ware had a great start to the day. She shot a big 278 to take the lead early and then kind of hung around the top four all day long. And then a big last game boosted her into the finals as the number 3 seed. Jackie, a little bit of an errant shot to start the finals here. But leaves an easy spare, just the 5-pin. And they did re-oil the lanes. We're bowling on a 43-foot sport-compliant pattern, 2.44 to 1 Kegel curve oil. And no trouble for Jackie on that 5-pin in the first frame. Jasmine, interestingly enough, right on this very pair, opened the tournament with 278. So let's see if she's got just as good of a look now as she had earlier in the day. And a good shot right out of the gate, but 10-pin stubborn. So if she can make it, we'll be all even through one frame. But again, Jasmine did start on this pair earlier today. Threw a big game. Took the early lead. No trouble making the 10-pin. I think she was pretty happy about that. It's always a little nerve-wracking to have to shoot a single pin your first shot in the Stepladder Finals. But once you make it, it's all good from there. Great shot. So Ware gets the first strike of the match. Just for our friend Rick in the chat, we are streaming at 1080 this Stepladder Finals. And Jackie puts 10 back in HD quality. Frame number 2, so we're all tied up through 2. 2 good ones there for Jackie Evans after that little bit of a suspect shot in the first. But early 10-pin lead now. And Jasmine Ware trying to keep pace with a strike here in the third. That one jumps a little high, so fortunate just to leave the 6-10. Looks like we got some folks in the chat watching the Chiefs game. But I'm going to still say that NFL's scheduling team needs to be looked at for questionable scheduling against the PWBA Regional Stepladder Finals. No trouble there on the 6-10. So those of you watching at home, I'm sure you've all seen a Stepladder Finals before. The winner of this match is going to take on the number 2 seed, Ashley Rucker. And the winner of that will take on the number 1 seed, Bella Castillo. Breaks up the split. High the last 2 shots for Jasmine, but no damage done. Assuming she can make this single pin. I mentioned she did have a really good look on the fresh starting the tournament on this very pair, so I'm sure has a lot of confidence going into this match, especially given that she shot a big game that last game just to get here. Jackie Evans did go all the way up the stepladder for her 1 PWBA regional title, so she does have experience in this format. And now a turkey early on in this match. So bouncing back after that Brooklyn in the first with 3 really good shots. And she's got an early lead. 21 pins. Trying to extend to 31 with a 4th consecutive strike here in the 5th frame. Oh, and gets the 4 pin to trip. And crept a little bit high, but the pin's piled forward and the 4 pin comes forward, and Jackie has a big lead now. Jasmine going to need to start throwing some strikes, not let this one get away from her. Great shot there. Just sends pins flying everywhere. This one's the big one, though. Got to get that double. Let Jackie know that this match isn't over just yet. It's got to hold. Oh, and it does. I think that was a combination of a couple of things. She got it in a little bit, didn't love it, but also kind of stuck, so she missed it a little bit. So the combination of the 2 mistakes ends up being a positive, and cuts the lead back down to 21 pins. Still a lot of game left here. Jasmine max score 259. Jackie 290. That one doesn't quite make it up the hill. Leaves the 7 pin. And it's anybody's ball game now. I think both players are pretty well lined up. It's going to come down to execution and who can carry. Good spare conversion there on the 7-pin. Jackie just going hard and straight at it with a plastic ball. So 269, her max score. Jasmine's max score 259. So one miss either way. That could be the difference. That was probably her best shot of the match right there. All right, let's see if Jasmine can continue cutting into that lead. Strike here would cut it to 10 pins. And, oh, wow. What a bad break there. I mean, that probably carries, 80 to 90% of the time for a strike. Instead, now she's got a split to shoot at. The 5-pin tried to fall over, but just kind of wiggled. And now she's got to get her feet a few boards left and try to slide that 5-pin over into the 7. And if she doesn't do it, she's going to be down big. Oh, great conversion. That was so good. She sent it in front of the 7, gets it off the wall, and keeps her right in the match. Just 22 pins difference. Still a possible 237 for Jasmine Ware. Jackie Evans at a 229 pace. You can hear that ball rolling over the thumb hole the first few rotations down the lane, but once it starts to flare a little bit, it gets off the thumb hole, and it's working pretty well. All right, so here's the deal. Jackie can throw a couple strikes here. It's pretty much over. But if she were to miss here or the next frame, anybody's ball game still. Oh, it just tips the 5 over. Not sure that was her favorite shot, but it gets the job done. 269, the max score for Jackie. That also puts her on a 239 pace. And so Jasmine, best she can shoot, 237. That would mean if Jackie can throw one more strike here, it's all but over. Oh, that would have changed things completely. 410 up for a long time there. Now with the spare, she'll be on a 238 pace. That means Jasmine would need to go off the sheet to shoot 237. That would force Jackie to get the first hit in the 10th, and then a spare to lock it up. So still not over. But this one pretty much a must strike. In fact, the next 3 pretty much must strikes. Oh. I don't know if she made a little move off of that 5-7, but that one just goes a touch high and leaves a 4-pin. And that's basically going to do it here for match number 1. So 217, the max score for Jasmine Ware. Even if she were able to throw 3 strikes in the 10th, Jackie would just need 5 pins on her first shot to lock it up. So mathematically, virtually impossible at this point for Jasmine to win, but great week for her, or day for her, I should say. Trips to 4 late. Interestingly enough, the 3 of the 4 players in the finals are non-members. So we'll have to have a conversation with Jasmine after and see what her plans are for more events later in the year. She is from Oklahoma City, so obviously centrally located, so she could probably bowl quite a few of these regionals here if she wanted to. But be interesting to see if she's planning on joining and maybe bowling some national stops. But a great run here this week, or this. I keep saying week. It's like it feels like every time you have a tournament you have to say week, but it's a one-day event. And 206 for Jasmine, and this game is mathematically over. Jackie Evans will advance to match number 2 to take on Ashley Rucker. All right, Jackie gets the first one. Let's see if she maybe takes a look at another ball here. I think she's pretty happy with her ball reaction right now. Gonna just throw the same one. It really doesn't look like this ball's in jeopardy of burning up anytime soon. Trying to see how much hold she has. The scores have been high this week. If I say week one more time, just today, the scores have been very high. But you do have to make good shots. You can't miss way in. You can't miss way out. You might have a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. But 237 to 206 final score here in match number 1.
All right, bowling fans, here we go. Our semi-final match of the PWBA Greater Dallas Classic. Let's give these ladies a round of applause as they continue their quest for the title.
Get a really good look there at where Ashley's playing. And we mentioned earlier on these longer patterns, you really do want to be in that second to third arrow, right between that little, those two 5-board areas. If you get it outside of 5, it's out of bounds. And so Ashley, you could see she's right up 7-8, using the built-in friction in the track as her swing area, although she doesn't really swing it very much. She's pretty straight, hard and straight. Jackie very well lined up, but she did throw a little bit of a, I don't know if she was trying something on that second shot in the 10th, but sometimes that'll mess with your rhythm. So we'll see if she can get back to making good shots. That one inside, put target again, and goes high, leaves a 310. Not the spare you want to shoot at right out of the gate, but I'd say about 60% for a pro. And that one slides by the 3-pin. And open frame early for Jackie Evans. So both matches Jackie's been in so far tonight have started off with a little bit of a shaky first frame. And that one high too, and leaves a 4-9. So staring at back-to-back open frames here early. And she didn't warm up. She didn't stay loose during the break, so I'm not sure if she maybe got a little soft. You see that a lot of times on the TV show out of the commercial break. A player will, not stay loose, and they'll throw it a little soft coming out of the break and go high. And Jackie's been high the first 2 shots, so I don't know if she's seeing maybe a little transition or just tightened up a little between the matches there. Yeah, but she's out of the gate slow with 2 open frames, so Ashley chance to jump out to an early lead here. And she leaves a 3-10. I think Ashley's miss tends to be she'll throw it a little hard. That's her A game, as I mentioned, but with the adrenaline going, you tend to overthrow it sometimes. And that's perfectly done. Fits it right in between the 3 and the 10. So just by staying clean the first 2 frames, Ashley out to an early 20-pin lead. Couple of ring and 7 pins to start on the left lane for Ashley. Rock solid on the spares so far, though. And just staying clean. She's got a 19-pin lead through 2.5 frames. Let's see if Jackie can bounce back. Great shot there, bouncing back from the 2 open frames. I don't know if she just made a little adjustment there or just made a better shot. I know she didn't like the shot she threw in the first, so it could have just been a better shot, but I think she liked the shot in the second, that 4-9, so my guess is she's going to need to make an adjustment off of that. Pretty good there. Oh, man. When you have to creep left a little bit when you're lined up and the ball starts to burn up, that's what you don't want to see when you make that move to the left. You don't want to see it 10-pin. Ring 10's a little better than a flat 10, but that was an awfully good shot to get 9. Uh-oh. And that one just inside a target and flags the single pin, so. A couple early mistakes here through 4 frames for Jackie Evans, and Ashley Rucker, even without a strike, has a pretty big lead. That one, first strike of the match for Ashley. And that gives her a 31-pin lead through 4 frames. Trying to figure out how to get the 7-pin out on this left lane. Oh, man. It's just a carbon copy repeat 3 times in a row on that left lane. 3 great shots. I think she did exactly what she was trying to do. And all 3 result in a ringing 7. But the good news is her opponent is not putting any pressure on her, so she doesn't really have to try to figure out how to get that 7-pin out. Just keep putting it in the pocket and make Jackie Evans come after you. Perfect shot there. So Jackie looks like she's got the right lane figured out. Made a really good shot on the left lane. Her last time up, left a ring in 10. Let's see if she makes a tiny adjustment or just tries to put it back in the same spot. But can cut into that lead a little bit here with the strike in the 6th. Another good shot. And another ring 10. Oh, and the messenger gets it late. That's very unusual pin action. Normally, when you ring a 10, the messenger's out of play. But this time, comes across, takes the 10 out, and now it's just a 21-pin lead. And Ashley Rucker feeling a little bit of pressure for the first time in this match. And second time she's been light on that right lane. First time left a 310, was able to convert. This time 356. Not an easy spare. A lot of ways to miss it. You can slide by the 3-pin and hit it cut it too thin to take the 6 out, or you can just miss it altogether. All of a sudden, we have a completely new ball game. Six-pin difference now. Ashley still in the lead, but Jackie with the double working could certainly turn things around in a hurry. See if Ashley can get the 7-pin out. She does, but see, that's when, now all of a sudden you feel a little bit of pressure. Now you feel like you have to make it strike. And she pointed it up a little bit towards the pocket, and it overhooked even the 6-pin. Bowling's just such an easy game when the pins cooperate, but they rarely ever do cooperate. All right, strike here. Jackie is in the lead. So how quickly things can turn. Oh, wow. I just said how quickly things can turn. She makes a great shot, hits the pocket, and now all of a sudden she's staring at an open frame. I mean, is football this crazy? Does it turn that fast? I mean, I guess it does sometimes if the Dolphins are playing. Sorry. Robin Graves is a Dolphins fan. So. Jackie takes the 10, and man, all of a sudden it looked like she might be in the lead, and she's back to being down 20. Got to push. Yeah, that one was in all the way. But, you know, she's made a couple of really good shots, the last 2 shots on this lane, and rung a 10 both times. One of them, she got a fortunate break with the messenger taking it out, but just kind of like Ashley on that lane last time, you leave a couple of ringing 10s or ringing 7s, you start to try to make the ball strike. And that is a really hard spare. And back-to-back open frames for Jackie. Just when it looked like she was coming back in this match and was going to take the lead, all of a sudden, she's down big again. Ashley's just having trouble getting the ball up the hill on that lane, but that one, she's able to just touch enough of the pocket to get it to strike. And with Jackie's max score 171, strike here, pretty much lock it up. Oh, another good shot, and finally gets the 7-pin out. And if Jackie doesn't strike the next 4 shots, this one's over. It's probably over anyway. Ashley's just going to need a few pins, even if Jackie were to go off the sheet. But any miss here, this one's going to be mathematically over. And that's going to set up our title match. Wait, you know, Jackie's going to have probably a 150 here, but I think she bowled a much better game than that. And she had the 4-9 in the second. She had a 7-10 in the 7th, both in the pocket. She made a pretty good attempt at the 3-6-9-10 and didn't get the back pin. Missed a 10-pin in the 4th, which was, it's a bad mistake, but bowled a pretty good game for not much score. The question is, have they transitioned? Chris William. I was compared to Vin Scully earlier, and now Chick Hearn is mentioned. I feel like I'm being made fun of. 2 of the greatest announcers of all time. But Jackie strikes the first shot there. 161 is her max score. Ashley will just need a couple of pins to lock this one up and bowl for the title against Bella Castillo. Yeah, it's a good point, James. They're definitely a lot trickier on the fresh. They do have a touch of misroom, but the errant shots are penalized so much more on the fresh than they are once the lanes have had a little chance to settle and the players have a chance to kind of burn up a little spot. And, you know, as we've seen, the carry's been really the issue this game. The players hit the pocket most of the time. Just tough to get all 10. So Jackie Evans will finish third. This one mathematically over now. Ashley starting to get dialed in. And sometimes that's all you need to win is a couple of breaks. You know, an easy match. Somebody you're making some mistakes and letting you get loose. And then it's off to the races. But see what Bella Castillo's got. She pulled great on the fresh. If you remember, she got out to a quick start. She was 182 over for her first 4 games on the fresh. And so she really only lost it a little bit towards, you know, the end of the block. And then at the very end, she shot 270. So I have a feeling we're going to see a good effort here by Bella. But Ashley Rucker's, she's lined up now. And she finishes with 211. And that sets up our title match.
It is time for the championship match of PWBA Greater Dallas Regional. Please give these ladies a huge, huge round of applause as we crown our champion.
Okay, looks like Ashley's going to start. And Bella Castillo, believe, will be the youngest person to win a PWBA title if she can pull this off. So a lot at stake. And Ashley, remember, she was having trouble getting that 7-pin out in the opening match, but now it's falling, so Bella's going to have her hands full. Okay, first shot here for Bella. And it's a good one. 10 back. I mentioned earlier Bella's start. Earlier today, she shot 259, 255 her opening 2 games, and followed up with 223, 245, 225. Stumbled a little bit in games 6 and 7, but finished with 279 to be our #1 seed. That one inside a target a little bit, and fortunate just to leave the 6-pin. Just maybe got a little quick with her feet and pulled that one through. Telling herself to calm down. No trouble on the 6-pin, though. You can always tell when a bowler falls out of the shot. That's a telltale sign that it wasn't exactly delivered how they wanted it to be. That's the amazing thing. You go and watch the pros, you don't see a lot of shots where they're falling off balance. Another good shot there for Ashley, and she's dialed in. That lane gave her a little bit of trouble in the opening match. Was having trouble getting the ball up to the pocket. Now I don't know if the lanes have transitioned slightly, so they're hooking a little bit more so that she's allowed to let the ball do the work, or if she made a little bit of an adjustment. But whatever it was, it's working now. And that one kind of thumb down, got it inside a target, and probably happy just to leave the 2-4. And no trouble on the 2-4. So Bella, chance here with a couple of strikes to take the lead in the match. Struck on this lane in the first, but got a little quick in the second. Let's see if she can get her footwork under control, get her emotions under control. That one was a good one off of the balance, but maybe just a little soft, and ball creeps high. You know, sometimes when you fall out of it or get a little fast, you make sure the next one's a little slow, and sometimes it's too slow. And as we mentioned, it doesn't take much on this. Even though this has been a high-scoring pattern, there is some trouble out there. Much better shot there. Just posted the finish. And a really good spare conversion, too, there in the third. That's not an easy spare, the 3-9. She made it no trouble, and then a great shot there in the fourth. Another good shot on the right lane for Ashley Rucker, and bounces back after going high in the third. See if she can make a better shot here in the fifth and catch a double. Get a nice look at where she's playing on the championship pair. That one looked right over target. And 10 straight back. Bella bowls quickly. And that one was perfect. She does not take a lot of time. That's okay. You know, some of the greatest bowlers of all time were fast. Fast bowlers, they didn't like to think too much on the approach. They knew what they wanted to do. They got up and they pulled the trigger. Ooh, that was close. So I don't know. I mean, only she could tell if that one was good enough to strike and if she needs to make a move. But it looked pretty good to me off her hand. All right, no trouble on the 4-pin. So that double keeps her in the match. Ashley Rucker, though, has a chance to jump out to a pretty big lead here if she can get the next two strikes. Already leading by 11. Can extend to 21 with a strike here in the 6th frame. And wow. Did everything but tomahawk that 7-pin, and it still wouldn't go over. So it's going to keep Bella within striking distance. Actually, a great spare shooter. Perfect shot there. She's dead dialed in on that left lane. Right lane still seems like it's just a little bit tight for her. She's not quite able to get the ball to go into the pocket flush, but she's controlling the pocket. And she's keeping the pressure on Bella, and Bella, I feel like the last couple of shots she's thrown were pretty good, and they both went high for 4 pins. So I don't know if there's an adjustment needed there. But she's making good shots. Uh-oh. Wow. And that miss is going to open up a pretty sizable lead for Ashley Rucker. 22-pin lead now. And really needs to bounce back here with the strike in the 8th. I think she made a move there, but maybe a little bit too much. Now, gonna need to make a sensational attempt here at the 210. Otherwise, she's gonna fall more than 30 pins behind. Goes with the backup ball at the spare, but not able to convert. So back-to-back open frames. And now she's in big trouble. She's going to need some help from Ashley. .203 the max score for Bella. So if Ashley can just keep it clean the rest of the game, she will take home her first PWBA regional title. Makes another good shot. And the 7-pin, man. That 7-pin is glued to the deck. Again, no trouble on the 7-pin. So Ashley, 217 pace right now. If you were to be able to mark here, Bella would have to go off the sheet to force Ashley to mark to win. And, well, there's a little bit of an opening. We saw Ashley miss this spare in the opening match against Jackie Evans, or her opening match. And able to spare it this time. And so here's the deal. Bella Castillo can strike out for 203. That would force Ashley Rucker to mark to win the title. Anything less than the next 3 strikes, and Ashley Rucker's going to win. Great shot. So there's one. Gotta have it. That's a good one. And shreds the rack. So staying alive. 2 more gives her 203. 9 out for Ashley would give her 202. So she needs a mark if Bella can get the next 2 strikes. And count will be important if Bella can get this one. Count will be important on the fill ball. Nice aggressive shot there. And so just a couple of little mistakes. Missing the 4-pin. The 210 in the 8th on a shot. I think she made the adjustment, but she just didn't keep the ball in front of her. And on this long pattern, you get the ball going a little right, it will not make it back. I mean, she's had the rev rate to get it back all day, but that one ended up costing her. And good shot there. And finishes with 203. So Ashley Rucker will need a mark. Otherwise, Bella will become the youngest bowler ever to win a PWBA title. And that 7-pin is not going to cooperate. It's going to make her make it one more time. But she's got to make it. She misses, and Bella Castillo will win the 2023 PWBA Greater Dallas Regional. And no trouble on the 7-pin. And she made that look pretty easy, but that 7-pin looks awfully far away and awfully small when you need it to win the title. So it just needs to keep it on the lane. Okay. That'll get the job done. Ashley Rucker is the 2023 PWBA Greater Dallas Regional Champion.
Please give a huge round of applause for our champion of the PWBA Greater Dallas Regional, Miss Ashley Rucker. Her runner-up in the title match was Bella Castillo. What a day. Thank you again to J.E.'s Allen Bowl, Miss Stacy Starry, Mr. Jamie Brooks, the entire staff here. Thank you all for coming out today. We hope to see you at another PWBA Regional, and hopefully everybody sticking around for the Bowl with the Pro happening at 7 p.m.
All right, folks. That's going to do it for our coverage. Ashley Rucker, congratulations. Taking home her first PWBA title. She's off to a great start here in 2023. And I think the 110,000 or so followers that Bella has on Instagram all know that she's an up-and-coming star in this sport. We all knew it too, but I think she proved today that she is one of the brightest up-and-coming stars in the sport of bowling, and we're looking forward to watching her compete many more times at every level, at the youth level, and also out here on the PWBA tour. So that's going to do it for our coverage here on Bowl TV. Hope you enjoyed it. We really want to thank Kegel, our official lane maintenance supplier of the PWBA, the USBC board, the BPAA Board of Directors. Also like to thank all the athletes. A sold-out field here this week competed for the title. Like to thank them all for putting on a great show for us, and most of all, want to thank you guys in the Bowl TV community for all of your great questions, all of your support, all of your love, all of your funny stories about bowling. Keep them coming. We've got a lot more events coming up for you on Bowl TV, starting with the U.S. Open next week, as well as the Prairie View A&M Invitational. So for everybody here, for Robin Graves and the team on site here at JB's Allen Bowl, I'd like to wish you a great Saturday. Enjoy the football, as much as I think it was a mistake for them to schedule against us here today. Enjoy it, and enjoy the games tomorrow. Good luck to the Dolphins. Oh, wait, never mind. But for everybody here, this is Jason Thomas signing off for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Thanks.